This is Claude Sports Corner, and these are the NFL picks for Week 1, 2016. And I'm going to start out at MetLife Stadium, where the New York Jets take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, they have the Bengals as a 2.5-point favorite in this game. Yeah, good luck with that. I like the Jets here. Why? Listen, Andy Dalton, he is better than Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'll grant you that. But he's still Opie, damn it. He's not that good. He's a second-tier quarterback at best. And I just have a feeling that we're going to have him return to Revis Island. Now, their defenses are about the same, but that's the difference. Darrelle Revis, I know, had a down year for him last year. He is a very prideful man. He hears the whispers. He's not going to let A.J. Green go off but so much on this man. He's just not. I guarantee you Darrelle Revis at least has one interception. And Andy Dalton's just not good enough to test him. I mean, it's one thing if he goes up against a Cam Newton, a Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees type. He goes up against those guys. They might give him problems, especially with the receivers like an Antonio Brown and people of that ilk. He might bite on the double move, but his technique is so solid. I mean, that hasn't left him. Now, he might have lost a step or two, but the great ones know how to adjust. And he knows that long, sweet good night is coming. Being at the corner position, they'll probably move him to a safety position next year or the year after. But he's not going to go out like no chump. I can guarantee you that. I love the Jets in this one. Now, is it going to be a close game? Absolutely. Listen, the Bengals have a very good team. I'm not knocking them at all. But I just have a feeling. You know, great players are not always great, but they're great when they have to be. And Darrelle Revis is a great player. And he's going to remind us on Sunday afternoon. And I'm taking the Jets 31-28 over the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's the first game. Now, the second game I have is Tampa Bay going to Atlanta to play the Falcons, who are favored by 3 at home. Good luck with that. Falcons are not winning this game. Falcons have one of the 3 worst defenses in pro football. I mean, my God, they can't rush the passer for nothing. If it weren't for Desmond Trufant, they might have the worst defense in the league. Desmond Trufant is a top 5 corner. He's better than Norman, and that's, I tell you what, if I were a team, I would have targeted Desmond Trufant. I would have gave up a second round, maybe a first rounder for him. He's that good. He's just on that shitty-ass Falcons team, but I digress. Listen, Matt Ryan, most overrated quarterback in pro football and the worst quarterback in that division. I think that Jameis Winston, that team, especially Doug Martin, they're going to make a statement in Atlanta. And I like them winning big, 38-27 over the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Now, the Giants go into Big D, go into Jerry's world, face the Cowboys. Boy, these delusional Cowboy fans. Now, all of a sudden, since Dak's looked pretty good in preseason, all of a sudden, he's a phenom. Yeah, right. They all look good in the preseason when they're trying to cement a job, okay? Is he going to be pretty decent? I believe so. He's not going to be as good as he was. All he has to do, hand the ball off to Zeke, make Des Bryant go one-on-one against Janoris Jenkins. You'll get a couple of big plays with that. Jason Witten, he's a little long in the tooth. Has he been a great player? Absolutely. But he's almost at Heath Miller stage. And us Steeler fans know Heath Miller couldn't outrun a fucking defensive lineman in his last couple of years with the Steelers. And Jason Witten has gotten to that point there. He'll catch about 5-6 balls, get about 45, 50 yards at best. He just can't separate from anybody. And I like him. I think Beasley should be used a lot too. I like Cole Beasley. He's a good slot receiver. I don't know if Prescott can get it done, but we'll see. Now, I know Eli can get it done. Eli's going to have a big year this year. He gets another weapon to go with Odell Beckham too, and because they really like that kid Shepard. I like the revamped defense, and they better do well because that was the worst defense I've ever seen the Giants play last year. They play anything like that, then nobody's going to have a job next year because they were bad. I think Olivier Vernon, if he wants to make a statement, get a couple of sacks against Dallas. Jason Pierre-Paul, I think, is going to have a bounce-back year too, especially after that embarrassing year that he had last year in the offseason. Notice it was a quiet offseason for the New York Football Giants. That bodes, I think, for a very good season for them. I think they'll win the division. It starts here. I like the Giants in a close one, 28-24 over the Cowboys. Now, the final game I have in this particular episode have the New England Patriots going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Listen, even if Gronk was playing and he was only going to be about 80%, and 80% of Gronk is better than 90% of the league, I get it. But when Gronk has trouble with that hamstring, it's a problem, especially against this Arizona team. And let's face it, their running game, it's LeGarrette Blount or bust, because this kid got hurt again, Lewis. I don't like their running styles. I just don't. I think Blount is a good back. He's not a great back. They have a terrible offensive line. Now you got a rookie behind it. Well, he's not a rookie. He's a second-year guy making his first NFL start against a team that blitzes the house like crazy, and an ex-teammate in Chandler Jones who's going to be thirsty to show up the team that traded him. Now, he was nice about it. He even thanked Belichick for trading him to a good team, but he's going to repay the fact by giving him at least 2 sacks. I love Arizona so big in this game. I think it's going to be Arizona 34-20, spanking New England at home. Now, I'm going to do the Steeler report on a Sunday. In fact, that's going to be a common theme during the week, during this football season. I'm going to have one doing NFL picks and one doing a Steeler pick. Please like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. This is Claude Sports Corner. Take care and God bless.